Hey, everybody, welcome to Hear Us Out. I am Patrick.
And I am Paul.
And that was a weird way for me to say it, but he followed along. That's why I love that man. So, Mount Rushmore time. We're going to pick, for anybody who
Yes.
doesn't know what a Mount Rushmore is, the very quick thing is you pick four things, much like the faces of Mount Rushmore, things that you, now not the four best things, but things that are important to you that you would commemorate in a certain category. We do a few of these. We've done a few. We're going to do a few more. This time around, Paul, we are doing...
It, moments, so essentially movies that are essentially very embedded into the zeitgeist of essentially pop culture. So these
Yeah.
are important movies that like either you reference loads or really kind of impacted the world.
Your four pop culture hits that are stuck with you personally.
Hmm.
Paul, I don't know. Usually we've had quite a bit of crossover. So we
Mhm.
start these things by saying, what ones are we both picking to move it along quickly? This
Yeah.
one, who knows? Because it's so wild and out there. Can I start with one maybe as an example?
Yeah. Go for it.
There are few movies that I have watched in my life that get quoted more in my daily life, and it's because of two lines really, than Aliens. See, I love
Mhm.
Aliens. Aliens
Yeah.
is a pop culture touchstone for me because a lot of people, Space Marines, video games got the idea of Space Marines from this pretty much. Don't fact check me on that. Who knows? But you had Kick Ass, Sigourney Weaver, Ripley, like the idea of loaders and mechs in movies, all this good stuff. Get away from her, you B word. Keeping it family friendly here. But you also had, they mostly come out at night. Mostly. I could not get through a day here if I use the word mostly between me and my partner if we didn't end up using that reference in some way or another. They mostly come out at night, mostly. Something gets completely destroyed. I as recently as last night destroyed dinner and it was game over, man. Game over. It's
Hmm.
not just quotes, it's feelings. So Aliens would make it onto my Mount Rushmore. Not only is it a brilliant film, but it is stuck in my head and in a lot of my relationships with other people.
Okay. So aliens.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's one.
I would agree. I would agree. I like as in I'm happy for that to be on the list,
Yeah,
but I don't think it's on my one.
fair enough.
I think that my one's going to be the Matrix.
Oh,
Yeah,
very
because
nice.
I think that you're the one. That kind of whole
Yeah,
Neo, Mr. Anderson, the whole like. There's a lot of like small references in that thing that I think a lot of people will do enjoy.
yeah.
And I think I'm going to go for the first specific one. I'm going to go for
The Matrix.
1999,
Yeah,
The Matrix,
yeah.
nothing else.
Oh well, it's
Kind of thing.
yeah. Talk
I
about a
think that's
cultural
just my
moment.
pop culture. Yeah, I think it's just a pop cultural moments and stuff like that that very much stuck with me in
Yeah.
things. So I think The Matrix.
I think that's a good call. Like you cannot see somebody dressed in just a little bit too much leather without bringing up the Matrix. Now, and I say leather, I mean it in the Matrix way. There are other
Oh,
ways to dress in a lot of leather, and it can hint towards things. And I support everybody.
also the woman in the red dress. You automatically are
Hey,
just like if
yeah,
you see a woman in the red dress, you're just like, did Mouse program?
yeah.
Um,
I know kung fu.
yeah.
Or sometimes I just
Is
know how to burn dinner.
is that air that you're breathing? Do you think that's air you're breathing?
Well, I
That's
and I
that's a
hate to
real wound.
end on a downer, but the whole world using now red pill and blue pill as part of common vernacular is kind of annoying. But anyway, so that's a good. We have a couple of good calls so far, folks. Between us, we have 6 spaces left. You at home should be thinking, what would you do? What would you pick? Paul, I'm
Hmm.
going to throw in one that might be on your list, and I can make a reference to it there. Out of time. Back to
Ah.
the Future. I think Back to the Future just unlocking so many things for so many people. I think it is permanently out there. And if I was to just use one example of why, how many times have people looked at something and gone, DeLorean? Yet they can't tell you what is a Ford or a Mercedes or whatever else. But if they see something silver and polished, they'd be like, is that a DeLorean?
Like I can't agree more. I think Back to the Future definitely normalized kind of time travel. It made it more or accessible for the audience.
Yep.
Kind of thing. It wasn't a highbrow concept anymore,
Nope.
or some kind of like weird kind of thing. It was very much like, oh, this is a fun little
Sci-fi for the whole family.
yeah kind of thing. So I definitely think that that's a really good pop culture reference kind of one.
And it's got so much in it from all three movies. From all three movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would make it 10 times out of 10. It'll make it onto this list for me as the question was posed. So back to you, Paul.
So
Actually, is that one of your choices too? Are
Oh
we
man, I
doubling
really
up?
do. I'm gonna hold it as the end space kind of one just in case. But my next pop culture one is the Blair Witch Project.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think it as a movie is very much like if you lived through that period of time and
Yeah,
you were in any way linked to the internet,
true.
you got caught. You had to have gotten caught up, or if you had older siblings, you
True.
had to have gotten caught up in the whole marketing whirlwind that was the Blair Witch Project, the first really truly found footage
Mm,
movie kind of thing. I definitely think that that was a whole event kind of thing, and I think that if you lived through that period of time, that is so ingrained in your mind, in your subconscious about any kind of marketing, because that's how
yeah.
you do it. You literally start a rumor that this is an actual like this is on the Ring level where it's just like this movie will curse you, you know. And that's what the Blair Witch Project was. Everybody was just like, oh, they found some footage about these people getting killed by a witch in the woods, and you're like, what? It's like, no, it's real. Like that's
Yeah.
the whole.
Yeah, and
So
you had people like Cloverfield then run ad campaigns trying to be more guerrilla with their advertising and what they were giving away and what they weren't. It's an interesting pick, Paul. It would not have hit my radar. So that's the advantage of doing YouTube creation with two people. Everybody, you get to have both ends of the spectrum. That's a really cool pick, Paul. I would have got there, but that's groovy. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm gonna throw about £20 of stuff at the wall here. So
okay,
just bear with me. There is a process. I'm going somewhere with this, and I will do it
okay,
quickly. It would be impossible for me to not have the collective works of Mel Brooks or Monty Python or the Zucker Abrams crew um, be part of it all for me because everything from Young Frankenstein to Spaceballs, Blazing Saddles. I want to put them on. No, can't. Or could I? No. Then you've got all of the Monty Python stuff. So this is me and my friend group and my existence is built around a lot of these kind of comedies. Let's call them.
yeah,
Um, and then Airplane is the first. It is the spoof. It is the spoof.
yeah.
And I would pick it, except I'm trying to consider the rest of the world.
Ooh, okay.
So I'm going to pick something that spiritually captures everything I've just spoken about a little bit in little bits and pieces, and that's Spinal Tap. I
Ooh,
think Spinal Tap represents all of what I've just talked about at least once somewhere in the film. And for Rob Reiner, I'm glad to be able to put it there because The Princess Bride was almost going to be in here. So this is my cheat to try and cover so much ground. I just think, yeah, this one goes to 11. Come on. You can use it in life to just describe things and people, be that false advertising or just pure idiocy of somebody you're in a room with.
yeah. Jeez, that's a really good one. I like
Yeah,
that one.
I'm trying to get loads into one basket because this is
Yeah,
four
yeah,
spots.
yeah, yeah.
Holy gosh.
You're trying to like use the system or something.
Exactly.
Oh man, I'm trying to think now. Oh, I'm gonna do Titanic
Okay,
because
I'm not supposed to be quiet on YouTube. I know that, but you literally just stunned me. I never stopped talking. He just silenced me.
I think Titanic is a good pop culture kind of one. 'Cause I think everybody went to see it. I
Yeah.
think, and I think it's referenced quite a lot.
Oh,
Like,
how many
you know,
times have I told you to paint me like one of your French girls?
exactly, which is the Wilhelm scream of the man hitting the peller, kind of thing. I think Titanic is one of those ones that it it's everybody's seen it. I think everybody has
Yeah,
seen it. Everybody
yeah,
either quotes it. Everybody has like, and I'm sorry for those who probably don't enjoy that movie, but you were forced to go see it for whatever reason, which
probably
I'm not
twice.
going to even think of. But I think that was such an event, such a like it's such a blockbuster event movie kind of thing that I don't think there's anyone in the world that can't see even a frame from that movie and not
Mm.
know exactly what it's from,
Man,
kind of thing.
you're pulling the interesting choices. How are you doing this? Gosh. Um.
I came up with the,
Yeah,
I think I came up with
you.
the pop culture rep
That's
because it's not
wow.
pop culture because we could do like The Craft or like
Yeah.
Star Wars and
Well,
stuff
like
like
yeah,
that.
obvious. Yeah. So let's get the big ones out there: Pulp Fiction, Star
Yeah,
Wars, Fight Club. Oh, maybe Train
Terminator.
Spotting in Terminator, the entire franchise. Obviously, Star Wars being a huge, huge one. You know, we couldn't make it through this video without mentioning Star Wars. But I think
Yeah,
we're
Star
trying to be a
Trek.
bit more introspective for
I,
ourselves. Yeah,
yeah, because you could do like like actually looking at your background again. I'm just being like, oh yeah, Ghostbusters is also another one of those kind of pop cultural kind of ones.
Ghostbusters might be my last pick.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay,
So like
okay.
to get the ones that I guess everybody else is gonna be shouting are things like Fast and the Furious are 10 movies in or whatever they are, crazy shit. Like there's so
When
many
you win an
things.
into a mile.
This it's all about family. All of the superhero stuff, like is Iron Man, Avengers, all these things that have crossed so many things when it comes to pop culture. But no, I'm gonna say I can't go further without giving some more Spielbergian magic. Because you've got to choose. Do you go your ET, phoning home
Mm.
magic fingering things? That sounds bad. Um, Rewind. Goonies again, something like
Yeah.
I have been shouting upstairs in buildings to people, going, it's my time down here it's my time, up there it's your. Like the references never end with me and Spielberg family movies. Uh, but yeah, it's gonna be Ghostbusters. I think
Good one.
Ghostbusters, talking about, it's always on there, that list of films that people have watched and were surprised that they were scared by it, because they usually watch it, young enough that it's still kind of scary. There's enough adult humor in there that it's also a lot of people's entry to adult humor at a younger age. And let's face it, if you're talking about movies built on chemistry of acting groups,
Yeah.
like it might be the seminal one. And I mean non-romantic. I mean, just people camaraderie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'll throw Ghostbusters in there. There's so much in it that has, I'm gonna say, touched so many people. We're back to ET now. But we're, have has really been out there. Um
Yeah.
yeah, I think I'll throw Ghostbusters in. Obviously, from a personal point of view, you've got the entire collected works of that man right there, the finest
Mm.
mustache in the world. If you're a car nerd, you can't but have Bert somewhere in your list. But he's my honorable mention.
So I was good. Like, yeah, I've one less,
Yeah,
one
hit
left.
hit us.
Um, Wayne's World.
It was so close to being my choice.
Yeah, I think
So
Wayne's
close to
World.
being my choice.
Yeah, I think it was close between Bill and Ted and Wayne's World. I think those
Yep,
two
you got it.
are kind of the most pop culture kind of ones.
Whoa, excellent.
Yeah, like like I couldn't like
Yeah,
there's some definitely honorable mentions that I could definitely do, but I think out of my list of kind of going um the Matrix, Blair Witch, Titanic, and I had to do Wayne's World. I think that's
yeah.
probably the best kind of thing.
I think we're both doing a good job of covering a spectrum between the two of us as well. Which, and you know what, people are going to be saying, oh, you're not including all the things that, just because you're young. So some people will be older or be into older movies and go, oh, is the Seventh Seal not going to be there? Ben Hur, I'm Spartacus. All these things are huge, and newer stuff, like Project Hail Mary right now is
Yeah.
is generating pop culture buzz that I think will last quite a long time. And like I say, we've skipped Marvel, DC, and all the rest. But
Mm.
I think what we've chosen, which are on screen now, because it's going to be so difficult to relist them. I think I'd like to hear where people come themselves. I think this is one of those things that it's so weirdly personal from such an abstract question.
Yeah,
That I think it says a lot about you as to how your list would change tomorrow. Like the 4 that I would pick tomorrow are different than the 4 I'd pick today.
very much so. I think this is a very much a kind of like question on the moment.
Yeah. So let us know, folks, if you're watching us right now. Get into the comments. Give us your 4. Honorable mention all you need to, because I know that's such a pressure release. Because you're like, oh my God, I need to pick these 4, but I have to mention that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you can beat like a random, and when I say random, Paul, I mean this with all the best respect or deepest respect, Paul, between Blair Witch and Titanic, you really curved the ball there. Very nice. So try and beat Paul on this one, or just be obvious like me.
Are you gonna do Stalker or something like that? Don't.
God. Yeah. So let us know in the comments down below. And with that, I should say I have been Patrick.
And I've been Paul.
And we've been Hear Us Out, and we do this stuff all the time. Come back every Thursday to see a new video. See you then.
See you later.
Bye.